In this video, we're going to be looking at angles in parallel lines. To begin, let's look at what is a parallel line. So here we can see two lines, and these lines are moving in the same direction, which means they'll never meet because they're not getting closer and closer to each other. At any point, they'll always be the same distance away from each other. Okay, so in diagrams, if you see two lines and they look parallel, do not assume they're parallel. To be parallel, there must be a certain notation there. And that notation looks like this. Sometimes it can have a double arrow. So remember what I said? Do not assume two lines are parallel because they look parallel. And don't assume that two lines are not parallel because they don't look parallel, because the diagram might not be drawn to scale. It might be a rough drawing. It's the arrows you're looking at to decide if they're parallel or not. Now, I'm going to go through some examples of some rules we have regarding parallel lines. Now here we've got something which looks like a Z. Now, if the opposite sides are parallel, so with these arrows here, I'm telling you that they are parallel, then this rule stands. These angles will always be the same. And this rule is called alternate angles. So you can remember this scenario looks like a Z, but you can't say these are called Z angles. Sometimes it might be accepted, but it's preferred if you say alternate angles. So here we've got something which looks like an F. And if these ends are parallel, we have another rule. These angles will also be equal. So it looks like an F, but we don't call it F angle. It's preferred that you call it corresponding angles. Now this last rule looks like a U, or you could say C if you're looking at it the other way around. And for this rule, we need the opposite sides as parallel. And if they are parallel, then these angles will not be equal but sum to 180. And the preferred name for this scenario is called co-interior. Sometimes you'll see it being called allied angles as well. Now, just note, in the questions, it won't be obvious that they're there. You have to spot them because there'll be loads of extra lines confusing the question. So just look for them. And if you see something which looks like a Z, F or a U, don't assume that that rule is there until you see the right sides are parallel to each other. And there you have it. Those are the three main rules you need to know for angles in parallel lines.
I hope you found that video useful. Support us by liking, subscribing, and share this with your friends. And if you still got some more questions on anything, drop a post on our forum at examqa.com where you'll find your questions answered.